am excited for you today and for me because I love when people just take everyday normal things about life and then they invite others into that narrative and expose them to things that they may have never been able to experience before. You know, that is the heart of God. And today I have special guests, Steve and Carol, and you guys just took something that you liked and enjoyed, and you've made a program. And you get to take people with you, and they get to hear it through your eyes, you know, through your experiences, the tastes and the smells and the colors and
Absolutely.
How fun.
It is.
So how in the world did God give you this idea for Destined to Roam?
I'm program director here at CTN, and we were praying, looking for new programs, and God spoke to, was it you or myself?
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
it was me.
unusual.
It was just humility.
It was me. You know, God speaks weird stuff. I was like praying in the Spirit a lot, and Steve was like, "You need to find some new, exciting programs, something different." And I always pray for him because I don't work, and I was praying, and it was like the Lord said, "You know, well, you love to travel," and I'm like, "I know, Lord, I love to travel," and He's like, "Why don't you do a travel program?"
That is
So I was like, as soon as I heard from the Lord, I was like texting Stephen, "What about it? What if we did our own program?" And I'm getting excited. I can hardly text it. You know, I'm like, can we do this? And he's like, "Yeah, let's just try it." And I said, "Okay." So I went online right away to find some place to go.
What's close?
Yes.
But he kind of calmed me down a little bit. And he said, "Well, let's talk to some people at CTN first." And so we did. We talked to a few people, and we got their input, and it all sounded really good. So we booked our first program to Savannah, Georgia, and just headed there and took our little phones and a few other little items and came
Made a
back.
bunch of mistakes.
And, oh
and
my gosh!
Our editors cleaned it all up.
Oh,
and-
isn't our editors lovely?
Yes.
They're lovely.
Yes, really.
So Savannah was your first
very
destination.
first.
And how many have you gone to since?
Oh my gosh! Do you even know?
There are 30 some.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
So
a
over
lot.
We've been in every state in the United States when we first got married between then and now.
Wow.
And in the lower 48.
Yeah.
And there's in every single state there's something gorgeous. I mean,
Yeah.
I lean towards California, being born and raised there, but there was one time we were going through Kansas, and the wheat was dry, and the wind was, and it looked like waves of ocean. It was just gorgeous.
There's so
Wow.
many pretty things in the United States to see.
Yeah, we live really, so many people don't ever just get out of a 5 or 10 mile radius.
Yeah.
And
And
so
it's crazy.
how wonderful that you can take them there.
Yeah.
But let's go and see a clip. So if you've never seen Destined to Roam with Steve and Carol, you've got to watch.
Hey, hey! Driving down the road, window down, the radio on.
Holy moly.
Amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. There's a little more. There's a little more. There's a little more. Oh!
That looks like a work of art.
Yeah.
Gosh.
What?
So,
What?
we are anchored, and my husband is taking a siesta.
Good night.
We're right on the bank. Got my
Spider bridge there.
spider. No, don't say that. Okay, we're on our way back.
Did awesome.
Trying not to run into 40
People.
million people.
I don't know what they're doing on this trail.
This is our trail.
Yeah, really.
Okay, is there gas in the RV? Let's go. Let's go.
Sounds
That-
good.
I know. I pray God gives y'all like a little mini bus and you can like
There we
take
go.
people with
You
you,
hear that, Mark?
Yeah.
raise money for the station,
There you go.
charge them to be their tour
There you
guide.
go.
So often we go out of the United States to travel and there's so much beauty and,
Oh my
and
gosh.
richness right
there
here.
really is. Every state and has a hidden things that people don't even realize are there. You know,
Yeah.
there's just there to be explored.
Yeah. Does God lead you sometimes, like when you're in various states, to pray over specific things? Like, does He give you prayer initiatives for those
Yeah.
places you go?
We get a lot of response. She's had an Instagram account for quite a while, and there was about 4,000 people, followers. And so we changed it over to Destined to Rome. And it's amazing what you can minister, how you can minister on social media without realizing it.
Right.
Yeah.
People would DM her and say, "My brother's got cancer. Can you?" And she's never
Aw.
brought that out. I'm going to pray for you. you
Yes,
know?
yeah.
It's awesome how God lines all up.
He
Lines
does.
up.
And we've gotten to meet people like on Instagram. They'll find out where we're going. And they'll say, "Carol, can we meet up with you?" You know, so it's so fun to just meet these people that you've talked to on Instagram or wherever, and just meet them in person. And we met this one couple, and we went to their house, and we were there for a few hours. And then we were going to what was in that promo was Decatur, Georgia. We were going to Hot Air Balloon Festival, and I said they live not too far, and I said, "Do you meet us there?" So they met us there, and we spent the day with them. That was the second day, and then a few months later, we kept in contact. Kind of. A few months later, she writes me. She said, "Carol, my husband just had a heart attack.
Oh,
Can you pray for me?"
wow.
So I mean, just connections like that, you know,
He
and just I
passed
feel
away.
so honored that she would think of us,
Yeah.
you know, at that
Ministry
point.
opportunities.
Exactly. you
Everywhere.
know.
Open
So,
doors.
Yeah. So I was sending her scriptures and praying for it. Unfortunately, he didn't make it, but we went ahead
Mhm.
and did the show. And before we did it, I texted her and said, "Is it okay?" And she's like, "Oh, Carol, I'd be so honored
Yeah.
for you to go ahead and do it." So,
So-
yeah, God really does open doors for us to be able to minister to people. And also on our show, we try to put in what we call a God moment in the
Yeah.
show, where we will do like a testimony or share scripture or pray for certain things, you know. So we try to work it into whatever the show is. Like one time we went to Wisconsin and we saw, I don't know if you've ever seen the
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh experience. Have you ever
Mm,
been to that?
No.
It's
Amazing.
amazing. We put it in our show. And Van Gogh, he killed himself when he was like 36.
Yeah.
And he had only sold one painting. And so at the end of the program, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pray for people that have problems with suicide or
Right.
those thoughts or stuff. So there's always something in the show that can lead us to a point where we can pray for somebody
Yeah.
in that situation or that purpose. So God has been so good with us for that.
Well,
We directed a drama department at a church for about 15 years. And the program is similar to that. We used to go out and you'd have fun skits and comedy and stuff. But then at the end, you can hit them with something serious. You know,
Yeah.
you've got their attention.